Well, it certainly has been nice talking to you. For someone who has little experience in the investigational field, you sure do have a solid head on your shoulders when it comes down to it. No, this isn't flattery. I'm serious. It is rare I meet a civilian who values their health and safety so much, especially to the point of training their skills of reason and deduction almost as well as my own. I must apologize, actually. I fear I've kept you far longer than required of me. Hopefully, you don't mind. I've gathered enough information to help the case be closed shut some time ago. But I was just so fascinated with the way you phrased your words and carried yourself, I felt the need to see more. So, I asked a few unnecessary questions. In any case, the information will not go to waste. You see, this case is actually suspected to be related to a string of crime that we have been investigating for some time now. All of that extra detail you gave me might not be used to help you specifically, but you may have saved someone else from experiencing the violence that befell you. Oh, while we're on topic, you seem to be rather uncomfortable in this weather, yes? You have just been medically treated. The rain probably stings. I'm sorry. I hadn't put two and two together until just now. Rather like me. Here, let me get my parasol and walk with you. I quite like the way the rain feels against my skin, but we don't need you exposed to it right now. As a matter of fact, why don't you let me walk you all the way home? Though we've caught the attacker, I worry there may be more in this crime ring crawling about the city. If they catch you and deem you a tattletale, I need to see what they may do. But if there's one thing that the criminals in Inazuma fear, it's me. You have no need to worry with me by your side. You'll allow it. Wonderful. I'd hate to see someone as amazing as yourself have to suffer through any more trauma. And, now that we're no longer in police detail, I'll say this off the books. I will personally ensure the man who attacked you has a long, uncomfortable time in prison. I can't believe that they'd attack an innocent bystander because they thought you might have the information they wanted. I mean, really, if you're going to commit such a dastardly crime, at least make sure you have the right target. All the more proof that criminals are idiotic baboons, if you ask me. You came to the right people for help, and now I've been given official headway on this investigation. I will push resources to find its completion all the more quickly. Every sick individual involved in this case will be brought to justice by way of the Tenryou Commission. No, why have you stopped? Did I say something to offend you? Oh. I see. We've reached your home already. I really hate to cut our meeting so short, but if you're ready to get inside, then wait one moment. Don't step any closer to your door. I need to take a look first. This could be dangerous. I know I called them low-caliber idiots just a moment ago, but it seems they're at least working with someone clever. How interesting. Alright, this is going to sound crazy, but they've left a device at your door. It looks like a small camera. Now, don't panic. I'm going to take out the film and see how long it's been here. I know this counts as evidence, so I'll confiscate it for that purpose as well. This is alarming. This camera has only been recording for what looks like a couple of hours. I can tell by looking at the status of the shop down the way, caught on the edge of the film. It started recording around lunchtime, and has been on ever since. This means it was likely placed here as soon as they found out you'd gone to the police. Cowards. So, I have some good news and some bad. The good news is, we found this together. That means that can count as a report. It's more paperwork for me, but can be added to the case file and help solve this problem quicker. The bad news is, I don't think it's safe for you to be staying home right now. They have this camera surveying your front door and everything around it. That in itself is borderline stalkerish behavior. as they already consider you a target. So who's to say they haven't been inside your home? Or they aren't already inside your home? Come, I apologize thoroughly for the longer walk this will cause, but I cannot allow you to stay here. We are taking this way back to the station, and I'm setting a night patrol to inspect your home. It should be safe to return tomorrow, though I cannot make any promises. They're more serious about gathering this information than we thought they were. To go as far as to commission Fontaine's technological advances just to return a secure watch on their lead. One may value their investigational skills had they been for tried and true causes. Alright, follow me. And just like that, we're back at the police station. Right on time as well. The Shogun's will has not spared us tonight, so we should get inside before things pick up in a manner too hefty. Okay, it is imperative I get this evidence to the others as soon as possible, and also that I request officers to check your house is safe, and if we're being followed. I doubt that anyone on their way to break the law would find their way to the police station willingly. But still, be on your guard while I'm gone. I'll be back again in no time. I'm back. How are we feeling? Worried? Yes, I completely understand. But try not to stress. With me on the job, you know this case will be handled swiftly and with much effect. No one involved in this will go unpunished. I hate to ask more questions on top of what you've already given me, but this confirms my suspicions. Although you have proven yourself not to have the information they're searching for, it's entirely too likely that someone close to you does. I am by no means saying this person would be guilty of any crimes, so please, do not rule out anyone when I ask. Do you know anyone who would have such important information readily available to them? I mean, this group is asking for more than trivial nonsense. They want to know things down to the commissioner's personal habits. You're close with someone in the Yashiro Commission. Yes, it would have been good to know before, but I wasn't allowed to ask you the information they were searching for before either. We had to confirm this wasn't some deal gone wrong situation, so we withheld such details. But you've been cleared of all suspicion, and are now considered a co-conspirator in solving this pesky issue. For this reason, I can let you know, and in turn, I can gather more intel. Could you go into more details about this person with whom you're friends? Their errand boy? Sorry, that may have been a harsh way to put things, but it's an important fact to consider. This group of bandits is interested in information from someone who is essentially a maid within the ranks of the Yashiro Commission. This doesn't add up. Tell me, you must know more about this person, no? I mean, if he really is the one they're after, and they believe you may have information because of him, the two of you must have some interpersonal relations? Oh, don't give me that face. I don't want the details, I'm just asking on a scale of strangers to soulmates, how close are the two of you? Knowing this will tell me the right course of action there is to ensure your safety. That is my top priority, on top of solving the case as a whole. I see, closer to soulmates. Alright, in that case, my first plan would not work. I was going to suggest you keep your distance for a while. Don't get caught around him, perhaps keeping a police officer at your side for a while. But if the two of you are this close, and your assailants know this, that will be of little to no use. Whatever information they suspected you of having would still be accessible to you as far as they're concerned. Well, what a first day of meeting, eh? I just had to deliver bad news after bad news. You've got to be tired by now. Oh, not my fault. You really are a breath of fresh air. I almost thought that your intelligence wouldn't carry over to the emotional side of things. I've had many people upset with me when I'm just the messenger. Then again, I am the reason many of their family and friends get locked away. But their anger is misguided and misplaced. You, on the other hand, pose no such problem. I like you. Hopefully I can keep you around for a while. Well, we ought to get some accommodations to set up for you for the next few days. I hate to say it, but as things stand, you may not be able to return home for some time. Not safely, anyway. Consider this the closest thing you'll get to, detainment. Quit worrying so much. We wouldn't dare send you one of our holding cells. We have some rooms, basically considered witness protection areas. You could rest in one of them until things blow over. Come, I'll take you to one right now. Of course, I may need to head to the medical bay and get some padding for your bed. I'm sure the stitched areas are going to be sore soon. With the medication weighing down and whatnot, I'll pick up your prescription too while I'm out. I've got everything handled. All you need to do is worry about making yourself at home. Ta-da! This is the place. Pretty roomy, huh? I know it's up some stairs, and that's probably going to be a big pain in the end, but the upstairs view of the water at sunrise is completely worth it. I'll be here to check on you in the morning to prove it. Now, you wait here. I'll put on some music. Listen to this while I'm gone, and I'll return before you can even think about it. See? I'm back, friend. And I've brought a few things for you with me. So, I picked up your prescriptions and the extra padding. Yes, and I've also got some extra blankets, some snacks, and this. What do you mean, what is this? Clearly, it's a little friend for you to sleep with. A stuffed animal should always help bring happiness to those in need, despite their age. And look, it's the shape of an animal slime. You can squeeze and badger it to your heart's content with no restraint. Plus, if you ask me, I'd say slime are cute from a distance. So, I'll set up the bed for you. And then I'll call our in-house med tech to apply this ointment for you. The nurse down at Medbay said you should apply it once every morning and once every night to all of the areas that were gashed with that blade. It's an antibiotic on top of your oral medication. Should help you to avoid infection from both outside and what may already be there. I'm sorry, what did you say? You want me to do it? But I'm not trained at all. If I hurt you, that would look pretty bad on me, and you've already been hurt enough for one day, in my opinion. I know I may laugh a lot, but I am genuinely very upset for you. You didn't deserve this, and the last thing I want to do is to make it worse. To have both the home for your mind and the home for your body attacked in one 24-hour period, that is overwhelmingly unfortunate. Trust. You trust me, but you've just met me. It isn't wise to place your trust where it is not yet owed. Please, do not ask me to do this just because you don't want to wait for a professional. So, let me get this straight. You want me to do this, not because you don't feel like waiting, but because you feel like I'd be the most careful. That makes a bit of sense. Fine. Because you've grown on me so quickly, and because I partway agree with your deduction, I'll oblige to your request. But you aren't to tell anyone about this, alright? If Madame Cujo found out I was acting out so far outside the bounds of my duties, she wouldn't be very pleased. So, for my sake, I have your word? Alright. You chose to blindly trust me, so I'll return the favor and say that I trust what you're telling me. Lie down on your stomach and lift your shirt. I'll tend to the wound on your back. I promise, my hands are clean. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Instructions say I'm meant to warm this in my hands before I bring it in. Apply to affected area in 3 inches surrounding for best result. Alright, I can do that. It's not cold, right? No? Okay, good. This cut along the bottom of your shoulder blade is pretty superficial in comparison to the other areas, so it won't take long to tend to. I will be replacing some bandages after this as well, if that's alright. I can't send the medtech up to do that if I'm already doing this much. That's fine. Alright. I promise I'll do my best to keep things as comfortable as possible for you. Okay, next area. This one's at your mid-back, so try not to flinch when I press down, okay? I know that spot's ticklish for a lot of people, so I'll have to massage a little harder to keep that from making you squirm. This doesn't hurt too bad, does it? I can slow down if you need me to. Just right? You impress me more each time you speak. Alright, last one. Then we can work on your arms. How did they manage to get you on the left of your tailbone? It's like every gash is purposeful, and the closer they get to the center, the more personal they are. Sorry. I didn't mean to objectify things like that. And they're only cuts, not stab wounds. So this looks like someone was trying to send a message. But a message of what? I'm going to take some time to analyze this information when we're done here. You can go ahead and sit up now. I'll grab a heating pad for you to put on your back before I check out for the night. Why do I need to see your arms? Well, I know the blade never made it to them, but you still have bruises. Though they're likely sore, I feel massaging the area around them should help them go away quicker. It won't hurt too bad. I promise. You handled everything else so well. I know you can handle this too. See? You didn't even flinch when I started rubbing them. And just like that part is done. For someone who's been through what you've been through tonight, you've been taking it very well outwardly. I'm glad you're not being too pessimistic about things. But if you feel a little jumbled on the inside, feel free to talk to me, okay? If I can make sense of facts for a case, I'm sure I can help you make sense of your feelings. Your physical pain is important to quell, but that of your mind is just as vital. Let me dispose of these old bandages, alright? You need to go ahead and get some rest. I promise I'll be right here to check on you in the morning. A real detective takes his word of mouth very seriously. It can get you into trouble if you aren't careful, after all. Alright. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, friend.